make it the next time it's available.
For the Mavericks, they had a run of 15 of 16 years in the playoffs in 2001 in both games, a win over Portland and a loss yesterday to Minnesota.
Are you reading something into that?
No, not at all.
Was Matthew McConaughey there?
23 and 18 was their road record last year, to tell you how much form dipped on the road and at home, as Mamukelashvili scores on the post-up. Trey Jones had one of those triple-doubles yesterday against Minnesota, 21 points, 10 boards, 12 assists. He leaves it for Bates Diop with the shot clock winding down.
Well, I think he could have worked himself to a 40-footer, but he really leaned in on a half-court.
Here's Malachi Branham with his fourth made basket of the game. Started out on two-way deals. The Mavericks really have not been able to, over the course of time, find one of those guys to blossom. Whether or not Lawson is going to be that particular player.
Working on totally different things than you would ordinarily work on. You know, when nice finish there and one opportunity.
Al Horford did the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, another guy who did not shoot threes, very, very rarely anyway, and then now is making well over 100 three-pointers a year, like Luke Lopez.
I don't care how tall you are or how short you are. Shooting is a fundamental. Nice drive there.
As McKinley Wright knocks down a shot.
Maybe in NBA history.
Blake Wesley from 40 feet.
He has more experience on the floor. Well,
heck yes.
I was going to say out of all the guys.
JaVale's watching this thinking, man, I want to get in there and get freed up for some threes.
He made one the other night?
Yes.
Here's Hardy inside with a layup. 20-plus in 3 of the last 4 coming down the stretch for San Antonio with extended playing time. He's averaged 21 points a game in those 4 games as Pinson cleans up the mess of 18 for San Antonio from downtown.
Have you guys seen the movie Hustle, the Adam Sandler movie?
I know what you're talking about, but I regretfully have not seen it.
Playground game. I mean, coaches don't want to hear that.
And they don't really appear to be running a lot of sets.
Pop shared with them before the game what his advice was to players like Julian Champagnie, Dominic Barlow, Mamukelashvili, etc. Be selfish. Think about yourself. Everybody is watching.
As a player throughout my career.
Here is Jaden Hardy. That's 13 in the quarter now for Jaden Hardy. I'm sorry, up to 15 in the quarter now. San Antonio.
Like his brother, he's very solid.
Oh!
And that is Berton slamming it.
I'd like to see more
We
time.
would all be high-fiving.
Because it's gonna be, it'll be a lot of trays like this.
Like this, give it to me.
Over Keita Bates-Diop for 3.
I'm scared now.
Here we come.
I still think he wants to coach. I think, especially if during the draft they get the
Come on.
Yeah.
Someone was red hot, you'd find him.
Yeah, he's hot.
Malachi Branham, nice drive and finish.
The one shot he made that wasn't a 3 was that switching hand, left-handed dunk.
Hardy.
19 for him now. When I tell you he's playing at an all-star level right now, as Brooklyn moves towards the playoffs.
I'm so excited for the jump he's going to make next year.
Well, if you look at the way he's played as a starter, the second half of the season, you would think he's averaging.
Mamukelashvili, Champagnie, and Dominic Barlow. Be selfish. Think about yourself. Everybody is watching as Ntilikina hits a 3. Julian Champagnie went 2 for 3 on the free throw line. He's got 10. Malachi Branham leads San Antonio with 16.
Nice.
Markieff Morris cuts to the basket. So there's always some interesting stat lines on the last day of the season. And Theo Pinson is building one right now. 10 points, 8 rebounds.
Or the first half, really, for that matter. It's an offensive game.
Here's Bates-Diop. And another layup for Keita Bates-Diop. Well, as a matter of fact, apparently there were. Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert got into a fight on the bench. And Rudy Gobert, we understand, it's reported that he's been sent home. Indiana, Miami, and Oklahoma City. Injuries played a big part in Oklahoma City and Indiana. And, of course, LeBron James returned to Cleveland, played the biggest part in Miami. As Champagnie hits a 3-pointer. And the Spurs have pushed the lead back out to 21 points.
Are we going to be playing some boys to men during that footage?
Those 2 losses to the Charlotte Hornets, those were, frankly, devastating to the Mavericks' playoff hopes.
Yes.
Or play-in tournament hopes.
Yes.
As Morris hits a 3-pointer. Just 18 games with Dallas.
I would be happy if both of those guys were back with this team next year. They're the type of veterans they need.
And, of course, the big free agent question, Kyrie Irving.
That's the biggie.
And that's a biggie in terms of a slam for Blake Wesley. And 1 each by Ntilikina, Hardy, McKinley Wright, and A.J. Lawson. And that was an over on the line for Ntilikina.
I mean, I got to the finals, conference finals, and just automatically thought, oh, we'll do it next year. We'll do it next year. Next year never comes a lot of times. Yeah, I think we definitely gave too many bad teams confidence, and it came back to bite us, to say the least.
And you have to go out there and treat every game like it's everything.
Nice finish.
Yes, it was.
Lawson.
It is one of the all-time great sound bites in NBA history. Yep.
Yeah, that was Rudy.
And that is a nice up and under finish
Did you hear
by
that
Dominic
moves?
Barlow. Yes, I did. 4-3, Theo Pinson. A.J. Lawson.
He gave me that when he said he was going to show me something else.
Coming out for A.J. Lawson. Summer League last year put him on the map.
He's a pro.
He played well enough with the Mavericks in Summer League that Minnesota ended up signing him to a two-way deal.
Brown in Denver that played for Brooklyn.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown, yeah.
Yeah, he puts me in mind of a guy like that.
Dominic Barlow with a finish and a foul. There's a timeout on the floor.
I'm too young to worry, so.
Here's a spin and a shot for Blake Wesley and a putback for Dominic Barlow.
Been on the offensive glass quite a bit. Oh, nice play.
Steal
Give
for...
it to him and get it back.
Yeah.
What's your thing, Theo?
13 points, 10 boards today for Gordon Jennings. Got a drive here by McKinley Wright, and that falls in.
Nice.
If we're talking about this Laker team moving up and all that, would you rather face Sacramento in the first round or Memphis in the first round?
Here's Theo Pinson for three.
You know what I'll say to this? Because I don't think it actually matters.
Yeah.
They are going to potentially score 141. Nope, Mamu Kellosh really missed the three, and the game and the season comes to a conclusion.